Hello, guys, and welcome to the next episode of Being Who You Truly Are, where we discuss all things from discovering who you truly are to expressing your true self in life and in business without fear of judgment, and ultimately being you and making money by being you. Cool. Okay, so today's topic is a super dynamic one, but it's really the key to having what you would like to have in life, and that is receiving. So we can ask for a million things in life, and when we ask a question or when we ask for something, the possibilities will show up. However, if we're not open to receiving the possibilities, then we can't have what we're asking for. So receiving is when we are open to having and receiving all that we have asked for. So today I'm going to discuss a few different ideas of things you can do or states that you can be in to be open to receiving. The first one is probably the easiest, and that is to let down all of our barriers. So I've talked about this before. Barriers are judgments. They are what we have decided are right, true, and correct, or wrong, bad, and evil. And we put up these walls or these barriers so that we aren't able to see or be open to or receive all the possibilities because we've decided that something is true and we're stuck on it, and that is that. However, if we can let down our barriers, let go of some of these judgments or these limitations, we can be more open to receiving even more. And one really easy way that we can do this is simply by saying the phrase, barriers down, barriers down, barriers down. And I like to even visualize these walls falling down all around me so that they're not there anymore, so that I am open to receiving. So this is a great exercise to do even before you watch this video, for example. If you repeat after me right now, barriers down, barriers down, barriers down, you will be more open to receiving this information and these possibilities than if you have your barriers up, right? Another example, receiving. Imagine there are two people, and perhaps they're relatives, and you're gonna go give them a hug. And you hug the first person, and they're like as hard as a freaking board, and you feel kind of awkward, and you're like, oh my gosh, when can I get out of this hug? That person is not able to receive you. They are not open to receiving you. They have their guard up and their barriers up. But then you go to hug the second person, and when you hug them, you like melt into each other, and they're like a marshmallow man. And you just absorb each other's being, and you just are just in this state of like relaxation, and like, oh, it just feels so good. That person is open to receiving you and open to receiving your energy, and vice versa, you're open to receiving their energy. So that's an example of like what this receiving energy feels like when your barriers are down and when you're willing to be open and willing to receive. So some different ways that we can be open to receiving. The first one is meditation. Okay, this is a great tool to allow you to be open to receiving different things that you've been asking for. During meditation, I find that I have huge moments of inspiration, and that's because all of the questions I've been asking of like, oh, what should I do here? What should I do there? When I'm willing to like relax and be in a state of like ease and calm and open myself up to all the possibilities, that's when all the inspiration can come in. So meditation or moments of stillness are great for receiving. Moments of creativity are also great, as a great chance to be open to receiving. So especially when you get in that zone where you're lost and time doesn't exist, that is another state of receiving, is when you're in that zone and like, yeah, time doesn't exist and you're just giving her and you're just loving it and you're just creating whatever it is that you're creating. That's another great way to be open to receiving. Actually being the energy of what it is that you would like to have is another great way to be open to receiving energy, because you already believe that it's possible. You already believe that it's a part of you. So if you're willing to be the energy of it, and this is something that people talk about in business a lot. It's like, if you want to be a millionaire CEO, be the energy of a millionaire CEO, and then those possibilities are more likely to come into your life so that you can actually have that. So lots of times we think that, oh, I have to do this, then I can be it. But no. The opposite is true. I have to be it, then I can do it. Or I have to be it, then I can have it, right? So lots of people think, oh, I have to have this, I have to have this, I have to have this, then I can be happy. It's like, no, first be happy, then you can have this and this and this, right? So that's another way to be open to receiving, is when you be the energy of what you would like to have. So fake it till you make it, right? That's a prime example. Fake it till you make it. Another great way to be open to receiving is when you're being silly and goofy and playful and like childlike. That really allows us to disintegrate a lot of our barriers and just be open to life and living and be open to receiving. Another incredible way to be open to receiving is being turned on. And I just mean like seeking pleasure from everything that you do. That's an incredible way to receive. I've heard before, or one of my mentors told me that you should receive as much pleasure from drinking a glass of water as you do from watching a sunset. Okay? It's really our perception of what we are willing to receive that allows us to experience that pleasure, if that makes sense. So, because we think that drinking from a glass of water is plain and ordinary, we don't get a lot from it. But can you imagine if everything that you did in life you felt was magic? Can you imagine what that would be like and how much you could receive from everything that you do if you're willing to seek that pleasure from everything, right? So being turned on, another incredible way to receive. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is very similar to putting our barriers down, and that's being an allowance. So what I mean by allowance is you are the rock in the stream and everything flows around you. Nothing gets stuck, nothing is right, nothing is wrong. Everything just is, and you just be. You just be an allowance of it all. You just watch it all, perceive it all, see it all, know it all, and you just be. So there you go. There are some ways that you can open yourself up to receiving. This will not only increase your income, but it'll increase your happiness and your joy and all the good stuff in your life. It'll increase that well-being flowing into your life. How does it get any better than that? Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I hope that you found this super helpful and that you open yourself up to receiving more through these tools. Okay, thanks so much, guys. Until next time, bye-bye.